Hello weirdos, welcome to Sable Flare. This is a This is a this is a collection and declutter video. Not sure how much of a clutter it's going to be, but we're gonna give it a shot because something needs to happen here. There are too many palettes. Not super proud of that fact, but here we are. This is my first eyeshadow palette declutter. I need to make sure that I'm using all of these more than I need to get rid of things necessarily. I haven't counted all the palettes or anything. I'll probably do that in post. I enjoy makeup. I'm an enthusiast. I do at least my eyes every day just for a little relaxing fun. We are going to look at what we want to keep, get rid of, or edit. Because sometimes I really like the artwork on a palette, I really like the color story, but maybe the formula has gotten old, and I'm gonna edit it, like a Franken palette. Palettes that are getting decluttered will be donated, never fear. Anything that's questionable, as in scary, will be thrown out. And let's just have some fun looking at some palettes. Okay, let's start with Beauty Bay. This is the This is the Beauty Bay Earthy palette, some lovely greens, the Dark Fantasy palette. Really love the color story in here. The quality of these are okay, and they're getting a bit old. I am not getting use out of these, so I think they will be my first declutter. Outstanding. The only thing I have significantly decluttered in the past, just by bits and pieces, is ColourPop. I went through a ColourPop phase, not super interested in the quality most of the time. I have not purchased from ColourPop since they did a collab with Ms. Rowling. What ColourPop I had has gone off in bits and pieces to like my friends' kids to play with, because I feel like ColourPop quality is little kids throwing makeup on their face quality. Who knows what this was? This was some orange palette. There we go. With purple hair, I do not tend to wear orange, so I'm gonna pass this on. This is a really nice palette, actually. The quality is top-notch for ColourPop, which is to say just fine, but it is just so much orange, so I'm gonna pass this on too. This is an already edited palette, I think. I don't think it originally came like this. The orange just all wound up in here, so you're gonna pass this along too. This was the Watermelon palette, I believe. I feel like I don't have a ton of reds. That may not be true anymore. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. If I have nice reds elsewhere, I will get rid of this. If not, it's a keep. This is the Wine and Only palette. ColourPop still. Love this one. I love burgundy. This is an awesome palette. The shimmers are whatever, but I'd still use this for the mattes when I want something burgundy and smoky, so this is a keep. Mandalorian palette. I'm actually not into the theme. I really like these olive greens. This one, the shimmers are getting old. When the shimmer gets so dry it starts leaving the pan, that's not great. We don't like that. Drier shimmers can be fine sometimes, but when they start exploding, I think this is going in the edit pile. Coast to Coral. I have loved this palette. It's missing two, because I think there was a pressed glitter in here and something else that died, but I still like this. It's just pinky enough not to feel super orange to me. It definitely needs an edit though, so edit pile. By the Rosé. I do like some kind of neutrally pinks on occasion. I don't remember the last time I've used this though. It's still pretty okay. This seems to be still in good shape, so that's a keep. The Whatever palette. Yeah, this is not the original. This is an edit. I do like this. I've got some burgundy maroon in here that are really nice. It could use a bit of an edit though, I think. I may not have much in this small pan size anymore in my reserves, so I'll have to give that a look. Edit pile. I think we'll go through some one-offs. This is Copacetic Cosmetics. Very dark and smoky with this like really nice bright chartreuse. Love it. Very nice. Clio. I think this is a K-beauty brand, but it's been so long. This was honestly one of my first palettes. I do like a kind of neutrally pink on occasion. These shimmers are actually surprisingly nice. That's a keep. This is Gloss Gods Dancing in the Sky. Really nice palette. Love these like greeny, pinky, bluey tones. I do not often get all shimmer palettes. I don't like dipping into multiple palettes. I like to sit down with one typically, but I've made an exception for this one palette, I think, because I do really enjoy it, and there are a couple green palettes where I'm really into the mattes and not so much the shimmers, so I do bring this one in. So this is a keep. It's Belle Cosmetics Pixie Grove. Rest in peace, It's Belle. This is just such a nice palette. I've had a lot of fun with this. It's a keep. Lois Cosmetics Meet Me in the Underworld. Such lovely packaging. Love this. Romantic color story, we could call it. These are not the shiniest, shiftiest metallics that I have these days. Let's see what kind of shape they're in. They're still nice. You know, I don't need the shiniest, shiftiest. I like a nice, well-performing shimmer. It doesn't have to be the sparkliest, doesn't have to be the shiftiest. Sometimes I just don't want that. So this is like a solid quality palette. And this black, this is the best black in my entire collection because I have swatched them all to test it out because I was curious. So I'm sad that this brand is no more because best black ever. Divini Currency. This is just a super fun, extra colorful palette. Very summery. Some super sparklies in here. Very nice. Mica Beauty Serpent palette. Look at that artwork. I mean, come on. You might be a little dirty, but look at that. It's so pretty. And the color story is lots of fun. I pretty much stick with the greens in here. I'm really predictable. There's a nice purple though, Netherworld. I haven't reached into this one for a minute, so I'm gonna put this on the top of my stack to use soon. Very nice. Glaminatrix, an Australian brand, Barely Basic palette. It's the only palette I have from them. You can see why I like it. The greens, of course, and I like the plummy shades as well. Not so much into the orange, but that's okay. They're pretty muted as far as orange goes. Really nice shifty shimmers. Their shimmers are extra special. Their mattes can be a little bit hit or miss, back from when I only had some singles from them. But this is the first and only palette I have, and I do enjoy it, so that's a keep. Titanium Foxes Grackle Chat palette. Only palette I have from them. It's the color story that spoke to me the most. I'm sure you can see why. We've got just some really nice greens and murky, grungy, darker colors. This is kind of a satin and that makes me a little sad, but otherwise I do like the shimmers in here. So that's a keep. Narimi Spider palette. Look at that artwork. It's a lot of fun. I think I had to repress this one, maybe. But that's the way it goes. This is a fun color story. These shimmers are extra. The mattes are okay, and the shimmers just make this a lot of fun to play with. Keep. This is my only Gourmand Girls palette. Spooked. They've done some really nice color stories, and I just wasn't feeling them. This was their first palette. Maybe. It's kind of a hot mess of a color story, but it is a lot of fun. Like, how often do you get a purple like that? Yeah, I pretty much go for like the purple and green in here, but it is nice to have a good red and black. I feel like this is just like a good goth palette. You can get your Halloween look, you can get your good goth look all year round. Very nice. This is DD Signature Jingle Bell or something like that. They have re-released this palette with improved mattes, and this is the original. The mattes are barely functional, but the shimmers are amazing, enough to want to keep it. So this is going to be an edit. I'm actually going to dig these shimmers out of here. Yep, this will be an edit. Delancey Olive Earth. Yeah, this is barely functional as an eyeshadow palette. Really nice colors. I did do one look I was really happy with, but I had to pile it onto my face to get any color. This is not functional as an eyeshadow palette, not really, though it is beautiful. I'm gonna pass this on. This is Clarity Cosmetics. This was the Cobra palette. This was the original Cobra palette. Yeah, but I edited it to make it more warm greens, and I put the teals elsewhere. I really enjoyed this palette. I got a lot of use out of this. They have actually re-released this with more colors and smaller pans, and I'm gonna go for that, honestly, because I do love this palette. So this one is gonna get probably tossed because this is old and exploding. VE Cosmetics Vixen palette. I only got 2 palettes from them, wasn't very happy with the quality. This one I kept because of the reds at the time. I don't know what these shimmers are doing these days. Ugh, oh no. That's tragic. I don't know why I'm trying to keep this palette. I haven't used it in ages. I'm not happy with the quality. I don't even think I'm gonna edit this one. I think it's just gonna go. Goodbye, Vixen. Sample Beauty. I have some singles from them that are amazing. They're so nice. And yet this palette is just a big disappointment. It's a completely different formula from the singles. So sad. I was really looking forward to having that experience with this palette, but it was not to be, so this will get passed along. Shroud Cosmetics is no longer a brand. This was, or it is, the It's Frickin' Bats palette from Betty Jean here on YouTube. I like my artwork. No offense, Betty Jean. This is a lovely color story. I have edited this a little bit. Just put in a couple shades that worked better for me. This is still a lot of fun. Keep. Avatar Last Airbender from Lethal Cosmetics. This is the Earth palette. One of my favorite palettes right now. Love it. Excellent greens. Lots of fun. This is my only Diveroon palette. Let's see. This is the only one that's appealed to me so far. I didn't find the Gloomy Garden palette to be gloomy enough, but I do like this palette because there is depth to it. Some really fun color combos here. I'm definitely not going to use that orange though. I think I'm going to edit this just slightly to make it the most usable. So definitely a keep, just going to edit. Kaima Cosmetics Skulls and Roses palette. Really nice artwork. Oh, it's just such a lovely color story. I really enjoy these reds. I like how it's not monochromatic. You can get some soft looks out of this as well as some blazing glam looks and goth looks. I do understand that the brand had a very negative interaction with Ella here on YouTube recently, so I will not be purchasing from them again unless they get their shit together. But I will keep this palette. Beauty Moon Cosmetics Medusa. Love the artwork. Love the theme. I wish this palette had a wider range of depth to it. These two are nice for deepening up a look. Everything else is kind of mid-tone, and I do like mid-tone. I'm not a fan of lighter shades. even despite my complexion. It's just my aesthetic. I don't go in for pastels and light colors unless it's just a little bit to, you know, highlight around the edge of a look or something. I wish this palette had a more of a range to it. The shimmers are very nice, and I do enjoy the tones, so I'll definitely be keeping this. Sugar Rock Purple palette. Oh, I love this palette. It is just so much fun. These shades, I've been able to do some fun combinations. The mattes are just not fantastic, but the shimmers, the colors of the mattes and the shimmer quality saves this palette, so this is a keep. This is my only palette from Queen Cosmetics. I don't feel like they're known for their eyeshadow. The Enchanted Forest palette. The multi-dimensional, okay. Very cool artwork. I can see why I picked this up. And the color story is fine. I do like these earthy tones. This shimmer is very shifty, and the rest are super sparkly and pretty. These are a bit more satiny up here, but that's okay. There's plenty of sparkle to be had. Really nice. Keep. Shall We Makeup Mist Witch? I mean, the artwork is so much fun. I do like the artwork this brand puts out. Their color stories tend to be a bit not quite for me. This is the only one that's worked. These shimmers are also super fun, so this is definitely a keep. Ah yes, the original Juicy Olive palette by Give Me Glow. What's happening in here? See, that looks perfectly nice. I've used this palette a lot, up until recently even. Still enjoy it, it's just very old. So what I did was pick up the remixed one, of course. Check it out. Here, let's do a little comparison maybe. I'm sure somebody else has done a comparison elsewhere, but if they haven't, just drop me a line and let me know before I before I pass this one along, and I'll do a comparison for you. But I really like what they did here. Just smaller pans, yes thank you. Bit of an expanded shades. Nothing too redundant either. It's just really nice. I'm so happy with this. Monochromatic, yes, but for me, lots of fun can be had here. So, old Juicy Olive is getting passed along. I don't think it's so old as to be unusable, but I would prefer something that performs better, so I'm very happy with the new one. Yay. Now I'm going to move on to mostly piles of brands, I think. Sugar Drizzle. Not much from them, obviously. They tend to have really bright color stories that lack in depth, so I haven't been the biggest fan. I did pick up this Pickle palette. How cute is this? Oh, there's the sparkle. Okay. Still sparkly. Just getting a little old, perhaps. So this palette lacks in depth for the mattes, but I mostly use it as a sparkly companion palette anyway when I do pull it out, so it's definitely a keep. The mattes. It should be just called the purple palette, mostly. Mostly purple, all mattes. I have pulled this, and like all shimmer palettes, I don't tend to use all matte palettes either. You won't see many in my collection, but I feel like purple is hard to formulate, so I wanted to see if this was these are good formulated purples, and they are. They're pretty nice. Not as outstanding as I was hoping. I think this is going the edit pile. I may pull out my favorites and help update some struggling palettes with these, so edit pile. MBA Cosmetics. Gosh, they've been around a long time. I think they started out on Etsy. Cosmic Bubbles. Apparently one of their most popular palettes. Lacks for depth. I really do enjoy these shimmers, and this is a really nice green. So it doesn't work on its own, but I do pull it out, especially for like, where is it? There we are. Yeah, pretty nice. I do enjoy this palette as a companion, so this is a keep. This is pretty new to my collection. They came out with a trio. There was the purple one, the green one, and this, the Cursed Moon palette. This is the only one I thought looked interesting. Can you believe it? I love purple and green, and this is the only one I thought that looked interesting of that trio that they released. But this shade, yeah, it's stunning. And I do like these muted warm, this muted warm blue right here and the black. Yeah, this is really fun. Keeping. Notoriously Morbid. They are a difficult brand in my opinion. I really enjoy some of their lip products. They're just the most interesting colors. It's clearly a goth-owned brand. I like to support that. And their eyeshadow is not for me. This is the Bog Witch palette. It is appropriately grungy green, so they did do a good job on this one. It's just the shimmers are not for me. I don't need the sparkliest, shiniest, most hologrammiest shimmers, but they need to be something above a satin for me. I'm not excited by these shimmers, but I think what I will do is pull out some of those shimmers from that DD Signature Jingle Bell palette and put them in here, because that would be lots of fun. Getting good ideas. Bog Witch is going in the edit pile. Season of the Witch Fall Edition. This is an edited palette already. I don't even remember how much of this is original. I think some of these shimmers, honestly, see, starting to leave the pan. So dry, starting to leave the pan. I do like these mattes. I do like come in here for these, and I think these shimmers are dead. Don't think that I'd even want to touch them. So this is going in the edit. These are so old. These are not original. I mean, some of the shades in here are. Actually, no. There's one original shade in here, maybe two. The Whale Song palette, it's just iconic. I've tried to keep this going with some edits as the shades have pooped out on me. I do enjoy this. There's some fun shimmers in here too, so we're just gonna keep this going as a Franken palette. Stunning. Feral palette. Wasn't really feeling the actual color story of this when I got it, so of course I turned it into a mostly green palette. I think this needs a shimmer edit again, so we're gonna put this back in the edit pile, but I do really enjoy these mattes, so lovely. Colored Rain. Yeah, they don't exist anymore either. Really nice black-owned brand, but this is the Safari Rain. I really like this row and this, but the rest, I don't know. Plus this is starting to look really dry. Yeah, this is going in the edit pile. Rebellious Nudes. This still looks nice. This looks okay. It's a bit orangey and yellowy, and I'm not, yellow and orange are just not my favorite at all, but these are really nice right here. Oh, that's my cat on his scratching post. But these shades are really nice right here, and I do like these shimmers. Maybe it needs a little bit of an edit. What do you think? Okay. I think these are both going on the edit pile. Sinful Echoes. Love their artwork. Like, look at this. Come on. They're serious. Oh, right. Okay. I love the shimmers in here, but these mattes are powdery and not my favorite. It's a small brand. I give them grace. They hand press things, I think. Like, I understand. And I believe that they have re-released this with better mattes, so good for them. What I am going to do is put this in the edit pile and put some better mattes in here. I do really appreciate brands making their palettes magnetic and easy to remove the pans. Love that. I can do edits so easily. Really enjoy when palettes do that. I mean, when brands do that. I do tend to lean towards brands that do magnetic palettes because I appreciate it so much. So definitely keeping these shimmers. They're stunning. gonna swap out these mattes in an edit. But I want to keep like the color story integrity where possible. Sinful Echoes, Echoes in the Darkness, their first palette they came out with. Love this color story. I added shimmers from the collection in here, took out the mattes I wasn't enjoying. I just don't use that mustard shade. That's the only one. So I think that's, if I put in like a light green, oh, I have a light green. If I put in like a light brown, I think that would make me really happy. So love this palette. It's going in the edit pile, just for one shade. Blend Bunny Cosmetics. They tend to do really large rainbowy palettes, and I'm not super into that. So this is what I have, all done up. You can tell this is a used palette because it's so dirty. I love the grunginess here. Their shimmers, not my favorite. So I tend to go into Blend Bunny palettes for the mattes and then have to pull in shimmers, and that's not my favorite thing to do. I'm not quite feeling these cool greens and the kind of pukey browns, honestly. And the yellow. Oh, this isn't feeling like my favorite palette right now. I think this is going in the edit pile. I know I can do right by this. I can do something here. Sugar and Grunge. I enjoy this. Colorful, yet grungy and muted. The shimmers are just not what I want, however, so I may swap them out. Yeah. Edit pile. Machina palette. Gorgeous artwork. Love it. And a really fun color story. There's just so much to do here. It's a little overwhelming at first, but I just enjoy these tones. She did such a good job. Like, the berryness of this, and like the cool yet hot pink of that. And these are just lovely reds. The greens, of course, are my favorite. And these are some really nice purples too. Like, this is just a really enjoyable palette. I definitely have to farm out for shimmers, but the shimmers in this palette are actually the best that I've seen them do. I may swap out a couple shades for better shimmers though, because that would make me use this palette more. So, the edit pile. Simply Posh Cosmetics. Redid the artwork on this. I forget what this was called now. Something Fairies. The Simply Posh Fairies palette. This one, the shimmers were very hard pressed. I do have to kind of just dig in here to get the shimmers to work, but I do really like this color story. The shimmers are very nice once I scrape them up and make them usable. I've done a little editing to this palette. Definitely enjoy it, so keeping. Cozy Cabin. Yeah. This one is a little newer to me. They recently had a big sale for this one, so I picked it up because I've been eyeballing it for months. I definitely want to take out some of these lighter tones that I'm not into. I don't like yellow and powdered blue. This, if there's going to be an orange in my collection, this is that orange. That orange is okay by me. I'm not so into like the dusty lavenders though. So yeah, I think this is going to get just a little bit of an edit. I'll be very happy. These shimmers are very nice. Much less hard pressed than the Fairy palette, so good. Next we've got Cosmic Beauty. What are we? The first one I got, of course, is the Muse. I pretty much just used the greens in here. Wasn't super happy with the other shades. Some of the non-green shimmers are fine. I was not completely impressed with the quality of this palette, actually. They've definitely improved, so that's good. Yeah, I still do reach into this on occasion for the greens. I have like a specific order that I use, so I'll definitely be keeping this. Nah, I'm not gonna dig into it for edits. I'm just gonna leave it and use it as a green palette. Then we've got the Gothic palette, of course. Oh, so cute. And I do love these warmer purple tones. Can we stop doing sparkle mattes? Please don't do sparkle mattes. They're just plain annoying, honestly. I mean, it's a gothic palette. It needs like a really good black. Nice purples. Enjoy. 'Tis the season, or just whenever the heck you want. This is so nice. I really enjoy these tones. Minus the orange, of course, but everything else is really nice in here. Kryptine Cosmetics. It's a Sea Beauty brand. I don't like their packaging. It's shiny and therefore just immediately looks filthy and it's not inspiring. I think I'm gonna do my own artwork for these. Okay, well this was the first one I got. This is the Burnt Forest. Love this color story. It's a lot of fun. A little bit meh, neutral, some of it, but the greens and black get me through, and all of these shimmers are lots of fun, so definite keep. This is the Atlantis. I started getting into blues more. Ugh, don't need this powder blue, don't need this beige, but I feel like I've been fine with the other shades in here. They get me through, and these shimmers are really a lot of fun, so definitely keeping. This is the Violet Crazy palette that I joke is not crazy at all. It's a very toned down, neutrally purpley pinky palette as far as the mattes go. I pretty much just use the purples in this, but these shimmers are a lot of fun, so definitely get good use out of it. Keep. Yeah, I think this is all Anthony. Good. So what do we got? The different sites that sell this Sea Beauty brand call the palettes different things. I think they just maybe don't have a good translation for the actual name of the palette and make something up based on the art, which is really funny. So I just call this the Sheep palette. Their artwork is stunning. Look at that. And super fun color story. Minus the blue, of course. This is more of like a chartreuse than a yellow. I know it can look yellow on camera. Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of fun with this. I appreciate like the super bright jewelry tones, the white and the black, even though this is a sparkle matte. Please don't do sparkle mattes. These shimmers are lots of fun. Yeah, I have fun with this one. This is the Snake palette, just going based on the cover again. Stunning artwork. I've had so much fun with this palette. Love these greens, the green with the pink, yes please. Again, this is a little bit more of a chartreuse than a full-on yellow. I could do without this gold shade, honestly, but the other shimmers make up for it, it's fine. Really love this palette. The Black Cat palette. Again, stunning. Look at that eye up there. Love cats. Totally into it. Oh no, we're exploding a little here. I definitely see a theme with the neon greens. This is more of a neon green than a chartreuse, to be fair. Love this color story. These reds are so much fun. Just the variety of tones. The blue in here for the contrast, just brilliant. This is such a shifty, smoky gray to red shimmer, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Fantasy Cosmetica. Just love their art, first off. They just put, you know, all the love and effort into these. So, Druid palette, their first one. Love this color story, just the grungy forestiness of it. Yeah, and their shimmers are very nice. They do fun things. Definite keep. Okay, Rogue palette. Yeah, surprising myself getting into cooler tones and blue. Not this blue. That's okay. I like the rest of the tones in here. I feel like this row works really well together, and the shimmers, very fun. Warlock palette. This might be their most wild color story. they have a tendency to go a little bit monochromatic, and this is not that. I was so confused when I opened this, but I've had a lot of fun with it, honestly. These shimmers are great. These colors are so strong. There's nice depth in here. Love it. Bella Beauty Bar. I've been watching them for so long and was just not interested in their color stories. It was like lots of pink, and then I broke down and got these because I wanted to try the brand. So Basic Witch is the most pinky one, and it's not like I don't like pink, but I just felt like their color stories were so pink heavy. I don't know, they didn't speak to me, I suppose. But this, there's the nice purples in here with that pop of green. This I can work with. Oh, and I love again that they make their palettes magnetic, so I can very easily take out these oranges and put in something I will actually use without digging in physically to get the shades out. So this is an easy edit. Love it. Edit pile. Vamp palette. Definitely not pink. Look at that. I do love a good red, purple, black color story. There's some stunning red shimmers in here, which are not the easiest things to formulate for sure. And a nice blue for contrast. Like, this is just lovely. I am going to take out this color though. I don't need this. Yeah, so again, easy edit. Love magnetic palettes. Realm of the Fairies with Bella Beauty Bar and Sassy Fairy. Again, it's my cool tone blue era. Who knew that would ever happen? Let's see. Yeah, these are just fun shimmers. They might be a little bit dry, but I do enjoy these tones. I will take out this powder blue though, and maybe this mauve, because I'm not feeling it. But I feel like I have a good solid look with the mattes that exist in here. I don't know what this shade is. It's supposed to be a warm gray. It just looks weird. Yeah, this is a much better gray up here. And this is a nice slate blue. So again, thank you for making magnetic palettes. This is an easy edit. I think I'm just gonna take out 2 colors and swap them with something I want more. Let's start with Odin's Eye. These are so old. Oh my gosh. I still use this one a lot. It's my absolute favorite. The greens, of course. And this chocolatey brown is so nice. Yeah, I use this frequently, so keep. For Dondi, this is going in the edit pile. I'm gonna pry this out because it's still fun to use for sparkly stuff, but the rest of these don't function the way I would like them to anymore, so edit pile. This is the All the 2 Mini Sky palette. Love Odin's Eye's artwork. They put in the effort and they stand out that way. It's very nice. I do really like this copper, and I do really like this split pan. The rest of the shades don't do what I want them to do anymore, so this is going in the edit pile. Flora Story from Makeup Just for Fun and Odin's Eye. Love this artwork. It's so cute. Something about the undertone of these colors does not work for me. They're too grayish. Yeah, I love this shade and a couple of the shimmers, so this is going in the edit pile. Annette and Odin's Eye. Giant Wolves palette. Lovely artwork. Love this color story. I mean, the options are super fun. I just pretty much go with the rose, but I can mix this one up a little bit, and I can mix this one up a little bit. Love these tones. Unique color story. Lots of fun. Keep. This one is so ancient. Oh my goodness. The Freya palette. How cute is that though? Come on. Yeah, this color story lacks depth. These shimmers are still nice. I love this artwork so much. This was my daily palette for quite a while. Yeah, you can see like I've dug in. I am going to edit this and make it usable again. Put some depth in here. Merry Christmas palette. Stunning. Oh, I just love red and green. Yeah. If this was a magnetic palette, I would pull out that orange and just have a really nice time, but I don't know that I want to dig into this per se. I find it perfectly usable as is. I just ignore the orange and this kind of sagey. No, actually, I think I've used that maybe once. But I really like these other tones, and the shimmers are very nice. So, keep. This was the Stone and Rock palette. There it is. Yeah, just put my own art on it. I mean, hello, greens. Love it. Yeah, I just love what they did with the tones in here. The nuance is just a bunch of fun. Who knew that I would enjoy some kind of taupey shimmer shade? Not me. And there's a really nice black. Yeah, see the depth in here and the different tones. And the shimmers, especially this one, are super fun. Definite keep. Christmas Eve palette. I feel like Odin's Eye's gone very pastel, and I haven't been interested in anything from them in quite a while, but I do appreciate these ones I do have. I would dig out this blue and that gray if it were easy, and this yellow. Not feeling that at all, but this mucky color, and I think this blue. It looks like I've used that one a lot too. I know people have had trouble with that one. There's lots to love in here as it is. If it wasn't quite so much work, I would edit this, but I still reach for it, so it's fine. Keep. It's the Trick or Treat palette with Angelica Nyquist and Odin's Eye. Stunning artwork. Just, who did this? I wish I knew. Yeah, Odin's Eye does really great on its artwork with its collaborators. So, yeah, I still love this. I haven't reached into it for a little while. I would do some editing if it was easier, but not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. I didn't find these to be performing very well, and I do not like this orange. But everything else is good, is quite fun. So, yeah, keep for now. As is for now. So here is the Glam Donut. I put it back in its box after I edited it, meaning to give it to a friend's kid, but they're too old for this now. I feel like they're not going to be interested in this. I did put a bit of work into this, giving it some more depth. And just making it a bit more purpley, I think, is what I did. But it's still fun. Yeah, I'm not going to use this. This is definitely getting passed on. I think someone else will enjoy it more than I. Glamlight Pizza, Veggie Lovers. Predictably, yeah, no, these mattes right here, I absolutely still use these. The shimmers, not so much. Definitely not the mustard shade. The format of this palette, I hesitate to try and edit it, but I might edit it because it's awkward to store, first of all. Cute idea and all, but awkward to store. And I do really like these mattes still. So this is going in the edit, I think. Yeah. Gonna edit. Glamlight Chocolate Donut. Still love this. Yeah, I like these nice warm, yet not super orangey browns. These shimmers have like some fun nuance to them, kind of pinky brown or kind of taupey or kind of coppery. Yeah, I still have a lot of fun with this. Keep. Chucky palette. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. It's just so goth. I mean, very easy time putting together a dark and smoky look. I like the nuance of kind of the more maroon to burgundy to purple. Not so much loving the sparkle matte, of course, but there is a good matte black in here, so all is saved. Everything's fine. This silver is really fun, actually. I don't always go for a silver, but that one's really nice. Oh yeah, it's so smoky and good. This is the Glamlight Cherry palette or something. Obviously I fixed the artwork since a long time because I think it was some collab with some brand I really didn't give a shit about. It still says Cherry Palette, so let's go with that. Glamlight Cherry Palette. Love this palette. Just the fun reds and pinks and with some depth. They did such a good job. These shimmers, let's see. Okay. I can tell I've dug into that one a lot. My goodness. This pink might be, oh no, there we go. Just needed a little digging. I don't know if I've picked this one up for a minute. But look at that. Not the shiniest and shiftiest, but definitely still the color payoff happening there. I was thinking, do I want to edit these shimmers, but they still have the good color payoff. They're just not the sparkliest, which is fine. I don't always go for that. They are really nice colors though. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this berry. I love this palette. I think I'm gonna keep it as is for right now. Very cute. Nightmare on Elm Street, the Freddy Krueger palette. Yeah, like, are these the sparkliest, most dimensional shimmer shades? No, they really aren't. This palette and the Notoriously Morbid Bog Witch are like sister palettes. I've even used them together. You get the same super dark, grungy green look every time. Like, it's just not, let's not pretend that there's like real color options in here. I know it maybe looks like it, but it's just not. There's a really good black in here. This shade is a good inner corner pop for me. Yeah, there's just enough dimension. I just super enjoy this palette. It's a one-trick pony, for sure. You're just gonna get a super smoky, grungy green, super dark and goth, but it's still a lot of fun, so keep. Let's start with Creeps and Crawls. It took me a little while to pick this one up because I was not convinced, but I'm glad I did. These are like the more sparkly Glamlight shimmers. They're very nice, and I do like the depth in here. This works for me. This is totally my color story. This is where I'm at. I like the deeper colors with just like a little pop of something slightly brighter. Yeah, I miss the good Glamlight days. Oh, goodness. And the artwork, come on. It's poppin'. It's so cute. I definitely liked Scooby-Doo as a kid, but I definitely did not buy these palettes out of some sense of nostalgia because I just don't feel nostalgic towards Scooby-Doo. I don't know why. I appreciate them. Scooby-Doo's a cultural icon, and really I'm just here for the color stories. So much fun in this palette. Really sparkly shimmers, and it's one of my perfect color stories for sure. This is the Rut-Row Raggy palette. I've loved Glamlight, but they've really fallen off for me quality-wise and color story-wise, and doing collabs that I just don't particularly care about. And Odin's Eye going pretty like non-depth and pastel, but Unearthly, I've been able to count on Unearthly. So let's see. These two are the oldest, I think. Well, close. Anyway, Strawberry Milkshake, love the artwork. This palette's already been very slightly edited. I had to repress this one. Oh my goodness. These are their old shimmers. Yeah, let's see. What are these shimmers doing? Okay. That gold one is still popping. I don't do gold very much. Especially not yellow gold these days, but this is not really a shimmer at all anymore, honestly. Okay. Yeah. But again, see? Magnetic palette. So easy. I'm just gonna pop out these shimmers, I think. What's this one doing? They feel really nice still. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Two of these shimmers are gonna stay. The other two are gonna go. We're We're gonna do a little edit on this palette, but it's easy because it's a magnetic palette. Fairy Frolic, this is also an old one. This color story is a little weird. Let's see what's happening here. I want to check out these shimmers, I think. I'm not super feeling anything like gold or orange particularly, but there's this nice kind of, maybe it's kind of a salmon. Let's see. No, it's pretty much an orange, but what's going on with this? Ooh, look at that. See? Not the sparkliest, but certainly these old ass shimmers are still popping. I haven't used this in a bit, but I do really like these shimmers still, and I do like these two shades. This one, I do like the color, but it just doesn't perform great, and I do not want mustard. And this is actually a really nice yellow, but I'm just not gonna wear it, so this is going in the edit pile. Again, love that this is a magnetic palette, and I can do an edit super easily, so we can keep this theme and color story going. This is the original Not Normal palette with new artwork. I mean, I feel like my artwork's better. I don't know why I dislike the original artwork so much. It's totally my flavor in general. It's just something about it. It's not for me. So, Not Normal. Love purple and green. Let's see about these shimmers though. Okay. I'll even do the yellow one. I just kind of want to see what's happening here. Oh, look at that. See, those are still nice. This is so old. They've revamped this palette. They've redone it recently, and I just still am enjoying these shimmers. So, more so than the overall color story, actually. So this is definitely going in for an edit. I think I can keep the original idea behind the color story and just make it fit me better. Leather and Lace. Again, redid the artwork. Yeah, there. Yeah, I love these mattes, and the shimmers just don't do it for me, I don't think. Look at that. Oh. See, those are nice. Those are nice. It's just, what is it? It's the format. Like, yes, I want to use the three mattes together, but I need more I just want different shimmers or something. I'm gonna keep the integrity of this color story intact, but I'm gonna move this to like a bigger palette so that I can expand on the shimmers to make me use this palette more often. As much as I love the artwork that I did for this and everything, I'll figure something out because I really do enjoy these mattes. I just need something different shimmer-wise. Even though I like these, like I just haven't been reaching for it, so I need to do something. Yeah, edit pile. Spring Magic. I just love the brand's general aesthetic, artwork, theming, color stories. Just, I think this is maybe my favorite brand, so I mean, I would not normally pick up a color story like this. It's pretty light. Something about the way these warmer pinks have been done, these warmer blues, definitely liking the depth here and the option for deepening up. I would like a lighter green though, so I think I can take out this powder blue and make that happen for myself. These shimmers are a lot of fun. I really like this formula. So I think doing a slight edit is worth it to keep this palette going. Yeah, stunning. Sorceress Smoke. Yes, please. I might take out this orange. Love this color story. Love these shimmers. Yeah, this is an excellent formula from Unearthly. I think just one edit and I'm gonna use this all the time. Devour palette, absolutely fun artwork, kind of harkening back to the original stylings of artwork the brand used to do. Not palettes that I had or have because that was before my time, but a nice nod to their sort of original concept, let's say. And of course, just like the maroon and green happening in here with this pop of purple. These two shimmers are just a bit too similar. That's the only annoying thing happening here. The texture is different, but the shift is really, really similar. So I felt like something else could have been done there. And I'm just not super into this kind of almost satiny amethyst colored shade. I feel like it's been done. It's been done to death. But I really like the rest of what's happening here. So I think this just needs like a tiny edit and it'll be good to go. So pretty. Oh, look. It was my one maybe. Everything else has pretty much sorted itself out. This was the watermelon palette. Did I find reds that I liked? Yeah, I did. I found reds that I liked. Watermelon palette's getting passed along. This is my edit pile. Yeah. Little tweaks here and there, and I will definitely be picking these up more frequently. So that's cool. This is my declutter pile. That is more than I thought that I would be decluttering, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like I can definitely find new homes for the majority of these unless they're just super dried out, nasty, and exploded. So that's cool. That feels nice. I'm pretty happy with what I got done here. My edit pile is maybe a little bit daunting in size, but I feel confident that I can make things work better for me. So that's pretty cool. And this is more than I thought I would declutter, so that is cool as well. I can definitely find happy homes for the palettes here that are still functional. Thank you so much for watching my declutter collection video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back here. I super appreciate you watching, and see you next time.